Greetings and welcome to Order In. Thought I'd start my day with a nice cup of joe and some delicious biscuits and gravy.
A good and simple recipe this week, and it better be, because it's breakfast and we're not getting up early for this. We're going to take 8 ounces of our favorite flour and add that to a food processor. It's a little over 2 cups. We're also going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Get that blitzed a couple times to mix the dry ingredients, and then we're going to add an entire stick of butter that's been cut into cubes and chilled in the freezer. This is very similar to the pastry dough recipe, if you should remember. Once you have a nice crumbly mass, we're going to get that into a larger bowl and then pour in 3/4 a cup of buttermilk. Get that stirred around with your favorite utensil until it becomes a pain in the ass to work with, and then dump it out onto your counter. Just like the pastry dough, this is going to look nothing like dough when it hits your counter, but start smushing it together, and trust me, when we get it all kind of smushed, we're going to start folding it like a letter. Fold one part over, and then fold the other part over that part. Smush it out into a log and do it all over again. We're going to do this about 4 times. Each time so you can take the crumbly bits on the side and add them into it. Once you have a nice big loaf that looks like this, you can set it aside in the fridge if you're not going to use it immediately, or get it rolled out. Moving right along, there's really no more simple affair than sausage, gambit, gravy. In a large non-stick pan, we're going to get some breakfast sausage in there and get it browned. And by browned, I don't mean this, or even this. I mean this. I mean you want to get a nice crispy coating on the outside of these, so it's going to bring a lot of flavor to the party. Once we have something like this, we have to make a judgment call. There's going to be some fat in this pan. Now, is it enough fat to make a roux to make the sauce? Probably not. So, if you have any reserved bacon fat, that's what you're going to want to use. That's what I used. Or some butter. Then we shower the fat and flour. Get a couple handfuls of some all-purpose flour into that, and that's going to be our thickening agent for the roux, and get it stirred up, evenly coating the meat and kind of taking the edge off, cooking it for a minute or 2. Then we're going to add our milch. Just like the pot pies, this is a simple roux mixed in with fried ingredients that'll work like a dream. Just get the milk poured in there until it looks like it's a little too watery, and then watch the magic happen. After the milk comes to a simmer, it'll all get to the thickness that you're looking for and be nice and creamy. We're going to finish it off with some black pepper. I added some garlic. It turned out to be a bad move, so don't do that. Just add a whole bunch of pepper, and you'll be in Gravy Town City, or something like that. Doing the dough involves laying out your dough on a lightly floured counter and rolling it out to about pre-baked biscuit height, which is about a ½ an inch or so. Then we're going to take a cookie cutter or empty can if you don't have one, and I of course don't, and cut out your rounds. Get them onto an appropriately greased and dressed sheet pan and top them with an egg wash or some extra buttermilk if you have it for a golden crusty topping. Get that into a 425 degree oven for about 15 minutes or until golden brown and delicious. Pour over the sausage gravy and admire. This is a wonderfully fattening breakfast that's perfect for those weekends where you want to cook and you don't want to cook healthy.
Doesn't always have to be a special occasion to make them, but they always have to be tasty. Remember, why order out when you can hang out and order in?